Final part here is going to be fantasy league talk. So I'm going to pass this over to Mike Payton. Payton, give us a little breakdown of what's going on.
Well, we are in our final week before the next pay-per-view Payback, so we certainly got some things to talk about here, and things are interesting because we've had our first change in rankings of the season. You're not going to be too happy to hear this one, Tony, but let me give you the rundown of what things have happened. We got Steven Juego still sitting in last place with 63 points, but let's not forget it wasn't too long ago he was in the negatives, so I'm sure he's happy to be at that 63. Now in 5th place, Tony's Tykes have dropped down with 115 points. In 4th place is Miguel Leon's Team Best for Business with 131 points. 3rd place, Sean Walker's Team Homeless with 146 points. Woo. In 2nd place, Drew White's The Drew Crew with 207. And still reigning strong in 1st place, my team, Team Next Gen, with 259 points. Now remember, at pay-per-views, all point values are going to be doubled, so we can see some huge impactful changes happening there. But before we do, we got one last chance to move our teams around. So let's go around and see if any of our coaches here have any substitutions they want to put in beforehand. Currently sitting at number 1 in the waiver wire, actually, because he's made no substitutions this entire session, Miguel Leon. Miguel, you got any trades you're interested in doing?
You guys brought up a good point that you guys don't see them doing much with Cody Rhodes up until about SummerSlam. So, given the Daniel Bryan situation, I feel as though that it seems like they might be working up to maybe a losing streak with Cody that leads up to some big matchup, and I honestly can't afford to lose that many points. So, given the fact that I can switch back and forth if I need to, I'm going to go for a sucker's bet on this one. I'm going to substitute Cody Rhodes, and I'm going to put Kane in that slot.
All right. Well, there we go. A trade. Cody Rhodes for Kane, which brings us to our next person in our priority, which is Drew White. Not here. Hasn't submitted anything to me. So we move on to Tony Mango. Tony, any subs you're interested in?
I am dropping Brie Bella because I think she's going to get fired.
Okay.
And
Safe
I'm
bet.
picking back up The Miz.
Oh, very, very safe bet there. Even though he has been on TV, hopefully he will be returning soon.
Fucking better. God damn it.
Then it's announced that he's released.
Yeah. My luck. It'll be announced that he has an injury and he's released.
All right, Sean Walker. Anything for you, dude?
Oh, yeah. Dropping Zeb Coulter for Del Rio.
Really? You're just
You
gonna...
heard it here first.
Wow, scoops.
All right, well, it's just the same switch. It's funny because I'm looking at my last subs you did, and it was Alberto Del Rio for Zeb Coulter. So I basically just swapped the squares there. Brings it back to me. I have no trades I'm interested in. Wago, any trades for you?
I'm going to be trading Lana because I'm bringing back El Torito to my team so he can pick me up a victory.
All right, El Torito onto Team Stoner. Which brings us back down to Miguel Leon. Any other trades for you, man?
No, the Usos have been doing it well for me. Triple H has been doing well in terms of his appearances. I'm doing great with Rusev, so I'm good with what I got. I think Kane's probably the best case scenario for me.
Tony?
I'm not 100% sure because I have the wrong roster listed here. What is Wago's team? I had El Torito down already on it.
No, he got rid of Torito a while ago. He has John Cena, Randy Orton, Paul Heyman, Rob Van Dam, and Lana.
Oh, okay, Paul
Torito
Heyman.
Now.
All right, well then there's nobody that he dropped off that I'm interested in.
Okay. And that goes back to Sean. Any other trades for you, man?
Oh, I'm up for a swap. If that's okay, yeah.
You want to offer like a swap with someone else's team?
Yeah. Who has Randy Orton?
Me?
Wago does.
Dude, do you want anybody on my team? I can give you Del Rio.
Fuck off.
Do you want to switch that for Bray Wyatt?
So, do you want Randy Orton for some cancer? That's what you're pretty much offering me with Del Rio.
To be fair though, if you're desperate, you can always take Cody Rhodes off the table.
No.
Question in regards to points.
Mm-hmm.
It's an elimination match. If Orton loses, but the team wins, how does he fare in points?
He gets the winning team points.
Right.
So he doesn't get the victory, but he gets the points for being on the winning team.
I'm thinking Bray Wyatt might be better in the long run if you're interested.
Stunned silence.
Who are you
I will
offering?
give you Luke Harper.
Nope.
Oh well.
I guess it's a no-go then.
I'm not offering Seth Rollins up. No way.
I was on about Bray.
No, I don't like Bray Wyatt. That's the problem. See, I don't like any of the Wyatts. I don't know why I picked them up.
You picked all three of them too.
Yeah.
You don't like them, and you picked all three.
No, I'll keep what I got at the moment.
All right, Wago, you're the last guy. Any other trades you want to make, or subs, I should say?
I can't think of anyone decent enough on the roster that I've got faith in, so I'm going to say no.
All right, well, we had a ton of trades here. Last ones we got going into Payback. Be sure to stay tuned to all the places for all what's going to go down that night, because we should see lots of point changes, especially with all these subs we just made. And to do that, stay tuned at keepingkayfabe.com or on Keeping Kayfabe's official Facebook page.
So we're gonna roll along here with the plugs, and Wago, you're up first.
Alright, make sure to tune into Addicted to Anime. We're going to have an announcement for the next date coming up next month. We're going to be reviewing Cowboy Bebop. To stay tuned on that, just go to facebook.com/addictedanimefans. Also, check out udmma.com for your mixed martial arts coverage. That's udmma.com, twitter.com/udmma, and facebook.com/udmma.
Sean?
Listen to previous episode.
Good, screw him. Let's move on to mine.
That is a good way of doing that. Miguel?
Check out the Untitled Movie Show every Tuesday night on Blog Talk Radio. This coming episode, I will not be on. I'm taking another trip to Tampa to celebrate my not only both my parents' birthdays, which is in the both at the beginning and the end of this month, but I'll also be celebrating Father's Day. So I'll be up in Tampa, so I've got the rest of the crew taking over, and they're going to be doing an episode on studio interference. So definitely check that out, and definitely check out this week's episode that we just did. We had a guest on there, Dax Xavier Josiah, who runs the Anime, Comics, Movies, and Game Forum over on Facebook.com, which, if you're not familiar with that forum, definitely check it out there as well. So we talked about the summer movie season, so we went in depth on Godzilla, X-Men Days of Future Past, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and we also talked about upcoming movies that are coming out this summer, all the big budget ones. So definitely keep in tune with that. Check out this week and next week's shows, the Untitled Movie Show, Tuesday nights, blogtalkradio.com, 8 o'clock p.m.
And Peyton?
Well, I can assume you're a wrestling fan if you're listening to this, so please check out the other show that's on Smark Out Moment. That's also on Mega Powers Radio. It airs after Monday Night Raw, so I know you're watching that. Before you go to bed, head over to megapowersradio.com and join us for the live Mega Powers Radio Raw post show, the most interactive post-Raw experience out there. We'll have a telephone line you can call in. You can also join us via Skype, chat room rolling as always. Many of you have already gone over there and joined us, like Awesome Piano Man, and I should know the names of others. I think Habit Man is there. I can't tell. These names don't cross over the same. JD. And we got lots of other fans over there. Brian the Brain, Joseph Stallman.
Great.
Lots of shout outs to everybody. Lots of love, all that. And please join the fun if you're listening here, because it's always a good time. Stay tuned to that. And also, if you're listening and you're a Game of Thrones fan, which you're probably not all of you are, but if you are, check out Sand and Snow, a Game of Thrones podcast, available on fanboysanonymous.com, where I and a lovely bird talk about all the Game of Thrones episodes every single week.
All right, guys. Make sure that you leave those comments. Maybe you'll be the Mark My Words for next week. Tell us what you think is going to end up happening on the pay-per-view, both here and on smarkoutmoment.com. Stay tuned for the pay-per-view coverage. That'll be happening during the pay-per-view, and you can also chat on the sidebar of smarkoutmoment.com. Pay attention to those Bleacher Report posts that are going to be coming up as well. And that'll do us in for episode 133 for everybody on this podcast, and for all those that couldn't be here as well. Thank you for listening in. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.
I thought outros were only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Oh, but Bo was out to get me. That's the way it seems, encouraging me to chase my dreams. Then I saw his face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in myself. I'm in love. Oh, I'm a believer, I'm an achiever if I try.
You've outdone it. You've outdone the other one. That was beautiful.
Thank you.